Fellas, welcome back to the channel. We are having a new, finally after quite some time, how to play guide, and this time we are covering the Fenyang, the Pan-Asian brother of the Akizuki. Now, in short, I think for a normal player, Akizuki is just straight up better because you get 30mm base pen, your reload is better. You're having tops that can actually hit everything and they're not limited like these deep water tops on 3 classes. And there's some more drawbacks about Fenyang. It also has some cool things going for it, but generally speaking, I think it's an okay boat. I don't think it's absolutely amazing, but it's alright. So what makes Fenyang so special in comparison to the Akizuki? Well, Fenyang is, first of all, if we look at the HP, it has 23,650 HP with my build. It has longer reload than Akizuki. It also has no quarter pen. In fact, if you are fighting tier 10 DDs and you don't have IFHE slotted on this boat and they angle in, your HE cannot penetrate them. It's crazy, yes, but yeah, the HE has only 17mm of armor penetration, meaning if a DD angles into you, you do 0 damage because of shattering. That's why I would recommend you put IFHE on this boat to get 21mm, and that equals pretty much any DD you fight. Now, the thing is, this ship excels on AP performance rather than on the HE. So as soon as you're trading with DDs, you want to get, as long as they're remotely broadside you want to shoot the AP, because then you can outtrade them fairly decently, because the AP slaps crazily on this boat. That being said, that's the reasoning behind it. Like, this is more AP focused than the Japanese line, which can use pretty much both. When it comes to torpedoes, you have 12 km torpedoes, so 2 km more range, but they're deep water, meaning a lot of damage, good detectability, but you can't hit other destroyers. The maneuverability is okay-ish, the rudder shift is pretty long, and speed is alright, but you have a speed boost, so you don't care about it. And when we look at the concealment, it's 6.1. I think Akizuki also has 6.1. So how do I build my ship? I build my ship into guns, at least here the gun performance, because again, you have only one torpedo launcher. Yes, you have torpedo reload buff booster, but you still want to rely on your guns. When we look at the build I chose, I went with a rather classic build here, nearly classic build. Obviously heavy AP, because your ship excels about AP and you want to shoot as much as you can with it. Plus, if you get these juicy side shots, if you get these juicy side shots, you do a massive amount of damage. Then I went classic with concealed, survivability, adrenaline rush, and main battery and AA specialist, aka BFT. I went with IFHE. You can play without it, but you always need to think to yourself, okay, what happens if we fight tier 9 and tier 10 DDs? Because you are a tier 8, you can end up as a low tier. Then you would need it for the destroyers if they know a ship. Of course, some people have no clue what a Fenyang is and keep broadsiding and you can smash them with the AP, but generally speaking, you shouldn't rely on no knowledge of the opponent, because when you do that, then you will have that moment where you suddenly fight somebody who knows what he's doing and then you're utterly useless. Of course, then last stand and preventive maintenance. You don't really need consumable specialist, as I think the downtime between the smokes is in general not that high, because these are Pan-Asian smokes. So without further ado, let's go into the battle and show the Fenyang off. I think there was also the buff. I remember Fenyang got buffed a couple of, not years or months, I don't know when exactly it got buffed, that they changed the torpedoes from not only hitting CVs and carriers, CVs and battleships, but also cruisers. These are like normal deep water tops now. The only thing they can't hit is submarines and destroyers. Generally speaking, I think Akizuki is the better DD though, especially for newer players, because it's far easier to play. That being said though, as much as I was disappointed in the beginning when Fenyang was released, once you get used to it and slap a bit of the AP, it can be a pretty fun boat. Would I recommend buying it though as the first tier 8 premium? Or if it's available, not really. I still think Cossack holds the #1 for me as a premium DD. Cossack and stuff like Orkan and so on. Alright. Again, keep in mind, as long as DDs are broadsiding, you want to shoot the AP. You really want to shoot the AP. Because you will full arm the 100mm. Alright, and as we couldn't have asked for anything better, we are in the T10 game, so it's very good that we took IFG with us. Against Elbing, it's not really gonna help us too much though if he's angled, because we need to aim for the we need to aim for the nose, back, or the upper part, because he has 25mm in the middle. But against the rest, it can help a lot. Looking at the cruisers, we have one raider here, 2 raiders with the split, so 2 raiders, alright. We have 1 raider, which is kind of poor. It's only an 8.5 gem raider, but alright, let's go. They've buffed the DPM. There we go. Because I knew originally this thing had also absolute dogshit DPM, and now it's actually remotely decent with 4.2 seconds. That's the thing. I also remember this thing had like 6-second reload or something, and that's what's made it so bad on release. Alright. We have a Mind Gear such a Knese back with us. I'm gonna try to fight for the cap at the beginning, but we gotta be realistic here with their radar advantage and not knowing exactly where it is, and also pretty good DDs. We gotta play it fairly defensive here. We can't just rush it in. They have also the better side here. These islands are far better than these ones, so we gotta keep that in mind. It's crazy. I think the northern spawn here is so much better than the southern one, to be fair. But hey. Still like the map a lot though, so I can't complain. Alright, I'm going into A now. Outspot Elbing. We outspot nearly all of them. Besides, obviously, GQ Johnny. If he is full concealed build. With this player base, we don't even know if he is full concealed build. Okay, there's the splits. He could potentially radar me. They're not gonna open up yet. He's not radaring for whatever reason. And instead he's getting smashed by my team. I'll take it. Keep also in mind, since you're an Akizuki, from the whole point of view, it is very, very sluggish. So keep that in mind. Okay, there's a radar. It's the split radar. Should be over soon again. I'm gonna stay here. The Maso took way too long to open up. And he missed. Ah, he did get splash damage though. That's kind of ass. Good. Maso could potentially have torpedo range here, because 9 km, so we gotta be aware there might be some. The split did use the torpedoes. Now split could radar me again before we get the cap. So we also gotta keep that in mind. Adalbert stopped from pushing, so my torpedoes are gonna miss. Unfortunate. We're gonna move a bit closer to his smokes window. Okay, we got the cap. Nice. Very good. Now we're gonna go on the outside and prepare ourselves for the hipper. Adalbert is pushing in. Great. There's the next radar. We don't care about it too much though. And again, generally speaking, most of the time you want to shoot AP with this boat. You don't even want to bother with the HE unless you have angles like that split where you have to shoot it. We're also gonna smoke up here. Hipper is angling. Hipper, we're gonna shoot HE now. I'm gonna start working on him for our team a bit. Maso is going back to the spawn. But Prince Adalbert here as well. I wonder if the split pushes into us again. Yeah. Spot, don't worry. The good thing is, once the smoke screens are over, you have only a downtime of 30 seconds in between. That's the cool thing about the Pan-Asian smoke screens. Oh, we got somebody there. Alright, gotta turn out turrets already. I hope it's the splits and not the Maso. Because the Maso would be a ship I would like to not trade with, because, well, it's a Maso. Okay, good. It's not the Maso. It's the split. Nice. Alright. The split's smoked up over here, fair enough. He might have torpedoed here, so we need to keep that in mind. Because of all the ships behind me. We cannot push him. Shinanto is also pushing into us. He will use the radar when I block the cap, that's for sure. Would need to put a bit more impact in here, but I'm forced to kind of play it safe here at the moment. Okay, I can spot this guy for the team. He's opening up big. He's not looking with the turrets at me. Our torpedoes look pretty good. Gonna go for the AP now, and we finish the Shibanto. Alright, good job. Again, it would be quite easy for us to finish off the split if it wouldn't be for like the big enemy blob here. But you know you can't choose that stuff. We're getting ready. Soon we have another torpedo strike on the Izumo already. I'll try to rush down also the split now. We gotta finish this boy. The bro is just chilling in the smoke screen the whole time. The closer I get to him, the more easily it's gonna be a kill for me. Izumo can only use his front guns on me at the moment. Alright. We actually caught him where we want. Look at that damage. Look at that AP damage, guys. We'll not need a lot of salvos to kill him. We already need to smoke up here. And he's dead. Nice. Good job. That double fire was a bit unlucky. But we're alive. Even though that double fire was a bit ridiculous of the Maso. We cannot leave our smoke screen yet, because obviously the the fire is gonna make our concealment worse, so we gotta wait here. Alright, now we can leave it. That was really unlucky. We gotta wait here, 15 seconds. Now we're gonna send the next set. The Maso is rushing me, I need to run. We wanted to keep, if we get a hit on him, that he DCPs instantly the flood, and then has, if our second torpedo lands on him, that he gets a permaflood. Because he will DCP instantly the first one, I'm 100% sure about this. If we hit him, and right now our Torpa RNG says no. Shouldn't be spotted here, by the way, huh? Yeah, I want to say. Not a hit her. Alright. My team is winning on the other flank. That's good. We're delaying them so long. Can I live? Oh, it's gonna be really, really close. Oh! Ay. Okay, we're still alive. Barely, but we are. We now have also a fantastic reload of 3.5 seconds. Oh my god, he's going for a blind fire. It's got a torpedo hit on the Izumo, which is nice. We're gonna play it safe and open up here. The thing is, once we're behind a mountain like this, he can't hit us. If he wanted to. Now we're gonna use our HE on the superstructure, which we couldn't pen without IFHE. Keep that also in mind. And we start working here. We know where everybody on this flank is, so we can't get spotted. Unless the FTG pops up here suddenly. And we got the Adalbert as well with the team. Nice. Now Maso is gonna leave this area. And then we can go into A-cap again and recapping it. This is not gonna be about maximum damage in this round. This is about having the most impact with our boat right now. Alright, there's the Maso. We gotta be very careful here though. Like I'm gonna be a bit more greedy here. I'm gonna try to help my team. If the Maso, like, if I would be the Maso player and I remember the HP pool of the Fenyang, I would blind fire into the smoke. That being said, we don't know if he remembers my HP pool or not. But if I would be the Maso, I would definitely do it. Okay, he's not remembering it apparently. Or there's something else that's pretty low. If they're slightly angled like this, we're also gonna go with HE. And we got a fire, nice. He's gonna beach. And then we have also the Maso player. Big. Alright. And there we go. Despite the odds not looking really good for us here, we did have a comeback. The team won. Like we holded all these peeps long enough with the Knese back and sail them off that our people could win decap. And the game did look like a lose or a loss, but we did get it back then. And now we're also gonna get the damage because Friedrich is appearing, and that's gonna be a lot of damage. Oh yes, Fenyang AP, man. Fenyang AP. Woohoo! First we kill Friedrich, bro. I'm not gonna go into this cap before Friedrich is not dead, because the Friedrich can walk in here and use his Hydro then. Okay, he's not walking in there. Fair enough. We're still gonna kill the Friedrich first. Obviously, he's angled. I'm gonna shoot HG here. He has also no DC. Oh, he just used his DCP. Alright. Kind of surprised that he's cancelled the push suddenly. But then again, he wants to kite out the laser back for the kill. He has no fire prevention. Big. We're gonna go for a second fire on the back. We still have 4% fire chance, by the way. Even with IFHE, we still have a pretty decent fire chance. It's not completely cocked down to like 2% or something. And Knesebeck got the corpse off, alright. Friedrich is about to die. So guys, please, in scenarios like these, where you're just completely outnumbered by the enemy, you have to have patience in this game. You have to have a lot of patience, especially if you're bottom tier. But we still put up a fairly decent fight. Now I'm gonna let them have the kill and go for the safe play and cap A cap. Because we're losing D right now. That's actually the Brim, by the way. Alright. And we ended up now with 84k damage, 1 solo cap, 1 kill. We're also gonna get another cap, maybe, depending if the ticket bleed is kicking in fast enough or not. But I think we still get this cap with them together. And that's Fenyang. Again, you saw the AP volleys when you like arm them on the Ds. It's crazy how much damage you can do, but we never really could get into a 1v1 because we always had the problem that there's either a battleship or another DD or something helping. Like for example, we could have also played it a bit more aggressive, but the Maso got that double fire, which was crazy griefy for us. But that being said, I put my weight into with a T8 into this tier 10 match, and I still think we should perform pretty decent. I think we're still in the top 4 of the team. Let's see. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Fenyang for you. Again, I still prefer Aki, but that doesn't make it a bad boat at all. We're top 3, there we go, behind the Salem and Harugumo. We are by far the best tier 8. Knesebeck did play pretty well in the end though, so I give him a compliment. I'm also going to compliment the Salem for holding the middle part to our flank the whole time. And there we go. Again, is it a good ship? It's alright, and it can, like, the AP can shine extremely well in certain scenarios. But I do think, especially if you're newer to the game and you should have the possibility to get a tier 8 DD, I think you're better off with Cossack. Cossack is still for me the standard of a good tier 8 all-rounder, where you have good gun performance, good conceal, decent torpedoes, smokes, hydro, and so on. So yeah, but that was Fenyang for you, which you might have gotten out of a Christmas crate now and you don't know how to play it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, boys. Your channel is, and over and out.